one. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Spiritual Bro Show. I'm Dr. Amir, and with my esteemed brother and colleague and friend, Drago Reed, we're your spiritual bros. Today we've got a fantastic guest. We're very, very honored to have Christy Campbell.
Hey
Christy
guys.
is an extraordinary, extraordinary soul and an extraordinary human being. She has a background in many secret programs, SSP. She is a very talented psychic, very talented healer, and to my great delight, she's a fantastic author. I really love the books that you've made for children. That is such a
Thank you.
wonderful thing. You know, the little guys, talking to them about confidence and boundaries and this is so beautiful, Christy. So welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you?
Thank you. Hey guys. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate y'all asking me to do the interview with you and getting together and hanging out too. I was happy about this too. So,
Excellent, excellent.
mhm.
So, what's happening recently? By the way, happy birthday, many happy returns.
Thank you. Thank you. Yep, I turned 50, so it was Saturday, the 27th. So, yeah, I spent the day my mom made tacos and then made me a strawberry cake. So, yeah, I had a good birthday for sure.
Sounds awesome.
Mhm. Yeah.
You know what's weird about the aging of these days? I feel like the women today are looking younger the older they get. You
Yeah,
know,
Mhm.
just the genetic engineering we've gone through. And I remember back in my day, like back in the 80s, like a 40-year-old woman looked like she was in her late 60s. Like,
I know.
but
I
it's just
remember my
like,
grandma.
yeah,
Yeah.
and everyone now I'm seeing everybody's just so damn young looking. So it's just like, it's almost like I feel we're becoming this Homo sapien kind of genetic takeaway from it, you know? It's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
To watch almost
Yeah.
like reverse aging.
Yeah, I remember my grandma wore, you know how they fix their hair up and stuff in the net and they wouldn't go out without their hair thing on. And she was just 50. And I was just thinking, I was talking to my dad about that the other day too, and how they wore, and there was like gray hair too. And I was like, oh my gosh, that we don't even look like that these days. So it's different. Yeah.
it's perhaps well, you do a lot of healing work.
Hmm.
And so, when healing is done correctly, you're a conduit to source energy,
Hmm.
and so it's passing through you before you give it to the client. So that probably has a positive effect on you. You know, when you heal, it does benefit you also.
Yeah, it's true. That is true. Yep. As a vessel, huh? All
Yes.
all of us. We all look like we're around 30 or 32 or
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, sort of thing. Mhm.
Awesome. Awesome. So, Christy, where did it all begin? So, were you born awakened, or was there an event in childhood that's spectacular? I know we've talked about this, but for our audience,
Mhm.
where's the beginning of your journey?
Um, well, when I wasn't aware of any kind of alien stuff growing up, I had to get a hypnosis session, and also the Karuna Reiki helped me to see all of that, the hidden stuff where that was blocked, memory wiped, and all of that too. But it happened a whole lot as I found out. A whole lot with the alien abduction and the my lab experiences and so many 20 and back experiences at 5 and 7 and 9. And Sean Baum was saying, like, oh my gosh, you've been taken by like 90 different abductions. And oh my gosh, I was in, so that's craziness,
Yeah,
to mess with someone that much. I
yeah,
mean, that just says something about their DNA that they're wanting, that they're wanting to take and harvest or
mm,
steal and replicate and use because they can't do that, so that opened up a lot within this past couple of years, all the memories of that information with the alien, the even the negative ant people too. So it's grays and reptilians mostly is what Sean was helping me find there. And so, but I have been wanting to, like, probably around 20. around 2000 or so, I was just kind of like wanting to open up the more intuitive abilities. I just was reading like books and wanting to open up the door, but it was like I'm at the door and it won't open. But then I was drawn to Reiki classes. A lady that she taught it out there in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Um, and I wanted to do that to help my son, to help him calm
Mhm.
down, because he was like around 7, real hyper, running from me and stuff. He's autistic level 3. So he would run from me, and so I'm trying to get him to kind of just chill out, chill out. So I started taking the Reiki, and then just went on from 2011 till 2013, all the way to Karuna Reiki Master. And then so I started kind of, it just got me kind of ready for that with all those symbols all the way up. And then kind of purging some stuff, but not really a whole bunch yet. But then, so in the Karuna Reiki class, then she gave me the fire serpent symbol, and it opened up my Kundalini. It like rose it up, and I got real hot. And so after that class, then everything was starting to just open up. Like I was drawn to new information of like the super soldier stuff, and watching James Rink's super soldier, and I could follow along with the session and see everything that they were seeing, and then adding on to it. And then I was like, and then I could see more of my experiences opening up too, and kind of drawn to so it was like more of a dark night of the soul coming up too, because with the Karuna Reiki, it's compassionate action, so, and it goes right to the very core of where the trauma started, which is mostly in my heart, in the heart chakra, or in the soul, the solar plex, but in the heart chakra. So it's just started purging out all this stuff, and had to deal with the George Bush Sr., seeing all that and getting mind blown from seeing that experience, and trying to piece that together. So yeah, then I was just drawn to kind of more the light language, listening to some of the people do light language on YouTube and stuff. And so I was into that, but not so much of the alien stuff. I still was like, if I watch that, then I'll probably get abducted. So I don't really want to be abducted, So, but then I was drawn to the petroglyphs out in New Mexico area,
Yeah.
and they have the alien stuff written there. So I was more drawn to that alien, because that was kind of grounding for me. It was like more of my ancestors, because I'm Cherokee, and then also Muskogee. So I kind of gravitated toward that, and that kind of opened up my awareness more, reading like the Nancy Red Star Ancestors, and because she goes over the petroglyphs and the alien, the Pleiadians coming down, and then the elders would meet with them, and the Mayans and the pyramids, and all of kind of opened. I was really interested in that information, so I kind of went that way with it, with the ancestors, star ancestors, and that's which way I kind of still go with it, is exploring my ancestry, and keeping it kind of like a grounding way too. Um, and I don't know, like with the ant people and stuff too, I felt drawn to them. I think I was drawing them and the Greys a lot, at that time too. So it's kind of just opened up since then, drawing all kinds of, most of it's like a lot of the Greys, because my son was little then, and he had all kinds of, I think he had everybody around him, because he's open and he doesn't really have a filter. So I was getting a lot of attacks, I know, through like reptilian, and um, yeah, lots of stuff like that. But I mean, you just learn how to battle it, and build your armor up. I mean, and you go through attack, and you know what it feels like to be drained completely, or feel like depleted or drugged, when you wake up. So it's like, um, I don't know, it's a learned experience, like going through it all, that you just pick it up as you go. It's not, it's yeah, definitely something. And then you just learn to kind of what ways build up your defense? How can I build up my defense? And so I contacted Ivan Teller then. He was doing in 2016, and he was doing the webinars twice a week, and you could ask two questions. And so I would get a whole bunch of information that way. I would ask him my two questions and Tuesdays and Thursdays. And so he expanded on it more then too, because he was newer with channeling, so it burns you out after a while. So he would give a whole bunch of stuff, and I learned so much from asking, just confirming. It was like confirmation, when you ask someone um to help you kind of look, do you see this too? Do you see me doing this? And then he just confirms it. So that's helped me a lot. And open my awareness and stuff too. So, um, yeah, I just been kind of going from that, and I watched that Cosmic Disclosure, and I like that too. That was resonating with me a lot with all of them at first doing the secret space program and everything. That really resonated with me, and the Super Soldier program with James Casbolt and James Rink and Max Spears. I watched them, so I was really drawn to them too. And so, yeah, I just been. It seems like a lot of information, like whole rooms full of books, full of information that I've gathered, and files and everything. So it's like, uh, what do I do with all this? I'm sure both of y'all feel the same way. Like, what do we do with all this after we're gone? Who's gonna take my place, and do all this stuff? So, yeah.
What I see is our work is going to be seen as the most important after we die because we're gonna
Hmm.
we're gonna reach way more people than we ever imagined. Because at that point, when someone dies, their work is seriously looked into. All the
Yeah.
major
Yeah.
greats, James Rink, Max Spears, basically all the ones, and you just start going down these rabbit holes and stuff like that. I was there some of those times you would get readings from Ivan and you would ask questions about you and I serving together, and he would always see
Yeah.
us serving together at Montauk, Project Seagate, and like all kinds of stuff. So I
Yep.
always found that
And
really fascinating
also
to get
our
that double
reading.
confirmation.
Yeah, and also I asked him about you and me when I did the reading for you too, about the electrical eel, remember?
Mhm.
And then also the grays, because we have aspects of us that are gray as well, but like neutral. We're not like the mitre gray. But it's like a gray species because there's so many different gray aliens.
Yeah.
Like how do you determine? But so I just go off of how they make me feel in a way too, if I'll so that. But yeah, he said that we were grays, we were on our own ship and stuff like that too. So yeah. Yeah.
I found the ill aspect extremely fascinating when she brought it up, Amir, because she blatantly asked me, Drago, do you have an ill tattoo on you? I was just like, what the F? I'm like, no one's ever asked me that. And I literally
Yeah, he
got an
does.
ill fighting a mermaid to commemorate me leaving Texas, leaving that life of handlers and all that abuse, coming in to start my life over. And it was just like, and then you find out that I have an ill aspect. And in real life, I've had pet ills for at least the last 10 years.
Hmm.
And
Yep. And the koi fish too, the koi
yeah,
and everything. Yep.
yeah, I have a
Yep.
really big, Kinjin Ren, metallic yellow koi. And he's beautiful. I've always had koi fish throughout my lifetime. And when they get to a certain size, I got to release them to a pond or I'll release them to some kind of museum or some kind of protected kind of thing. And he's getting to the point. I'm looking at my aquarium. I'm like, damn, dude, you've grown up so fast. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I see how beautiful you are, and it's just getting to the point where I'm like, I need to take you to the flamingo place. There's this, I forgot what it's called, a place full of flamingos here in Florida, and they have a bunch of these koi ponds. And I just see him living his most amazing life there, and I'm to that point where I'm like, I need to start looking into it, and that means I got to get a new koi fish.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's
What's right
sad
is
too,
right.
like thinking that, yeah, it's kind of sad releasing it too.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they live anywhere from 30 to 100 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Mm.
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. That's amazing.
So when people
Mm-hmm.
hunt them at a certain size, it's like It's so tough for me, man. It's just like that being could have been 50 years old, 60 years old, and it's lived life this entire time, and you killed it for the fun of it, man. I'm just like,
Yeah,
ooh, it breaks my heart, man.
yeah,
Such
yeah, yeah.
beauty.
Gets me mad, very mad about that. Yeah, just to do it.
It's so interesting. Now we're talking about this, and probably um, amongst the people that will be hearing this later, there are those that are getting little triggers or memories coming in. And it's fascinating the scale of this stuff. It's way more widespread than anybody is willing to acknowledge. It seems that if you are a star seed, you've been involved one way or another.
Yep.
That's potentially hundreds of thousands of people. So this type of discussion that yes, there are types of interaction with non-human beings, intelligences, they're not all physical, and that it is really, really widespread. And so it's important to give clean and clear information of the nature of these interactions. Christy, you were talking about the beginning of your journey and how healing the heart really opened you up. So I
Hmm.
think trauma is one of the ways that humanity is kept in a state of dormancy. So what would you recommend for healing the heart? I think that would be really good advice. So what do you see about that point?
I mean, it's like doing the work that we do. It's talking about things that you don't really want to share, you know? Yeah, that's that's really the tough stuff.
Yeah.
Made my eyes water for some reason.
That's
It's
hitting the crux of all of it in my healing with QHHT and hypnosis. Every time I see a blocked
right.
hot chakra, it literally comes from a broken heart. It
Hmm.
either comes from a previous lifetime and they've carried all that trauma into this lifetime
Yes.
now, and they never released it throughout all these other lifetimes. It's been like lifetime after lifetime with the wall up, and they've had all these opportunities to release it and to forgive it and understand
Yep.
this was just a single time I've ever existed in my voluminous incarnations, and you have to let the past be the past. It's like I was traumatized when I was a kid. I was put through the raping process at Montauk and Monarch and all that stuff. I talk about it now and I don't break down and cry no more because I'm healed from it. I stepped
Hmm.
into that power. I let it go. It literally made me stronger. Do you know how many people I freaking inspire because I talk on stage without becoming emotional? And I inspire, especially inspire other men that are in the programs
Hmm.
to actually talk about their experiences because I'm sure all of us can agree that SSP people, program people, if you're a male, you rarely ever talk about that.
Yeah.
They most of the time it's the women talking about that. And I believe that is human weakness. That's not acknowledging what suffering you went through, and it's not healing the suffering when you went through. Because if you don't acknowledge, you don't let it come forward or come up through time and space, it's stuck in the heart.
Yeah.
It gets stuck in
Yeah.
the lower chakras and it stays there forever, man. So like when I get to release that trauma for the client, they always break down crying.
Hmm.
And a lot of the
Yeah.
sessions I do, they're really hard. They're really tough. They're very involved. And my sessions, they can go on for hours and hours because I
Yep.
constantly give because I'm known to go beyond what is expecting of me, no matter who you talk to, because this person might get only one chance in life to truly heal in the right way. And
Right.
to see them the moment they release that trauma and they open their eyes for the first time, it's like they're a new person, man.
Yeah.
That just makes
It
me feel
is.
amazing when I leave. Even the toughest sessions where I'm leaving, I'm so tired. It was so
Right.
emotionally draining. I just smile on the way home. I'm like, it was so worth it, man. Like,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. It is. I mean, to hold the space and be able to see it and help them go through it because we can see it already because we've already experienced it and healed it within us. So we can tell it to them in a calm way and in a direct way and in not emotional. So it kind of helps them too to deal with it a lot easier as well and face it because we're not crying and acting it's not like you know what I mean like they're like okay she's or he's strong so I can be strong too about this and look at this and face this and it's just like, and we explain it to them how we did it and everything. So we give them kind of the way we did it and the steps, we took, and all of that too. So, uh, but, yeah, just being able to help people to see it and go through it and expand on more detail, because a lot of people's memories are blocked from this.
Yeah.
And so we open it up for them, and then I break it to them really easy. I don't say exactly what I'm seeing, but I'm not harsh about it, because it's uh
Sensitive. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I'm just like,
And,
oh
and
my God.
I think
Hmm.
probably you'd agree. I mean, amongst our clients, most of them are women,
Yep, they are.
and I think men are not brought up to
Right.
freely express
Or to be
and
vulnerable.
to be
Hmm.
vulnerable, right? And this puts them at
Yeah.
a great disadvantage. I remember past lives, both as male and female. We've all had these, and I think this is a sabotage or something that works kind of against men. Boys don't cry. You should be
Yeah.
strong. In fact, it takes immense strength to be vulnerable and face the emotional
Does.
challenge, you know.
Yep.
And I think for the sake
Does.
of the gentlemen out there, it's worth saying you can open up. You're safe. You're honored. You're respected. Allowing it to come out of you, that darkness, to see it for the last time, feel it for the last time, and then release it. This will open up. And I
Yeah.
see so many gentlemen, they're capable of crying. It hurts just the same. It doesn't matter what gender you are.
Yep.
So that's another distortion that hopefully, through our work, we'll be able to remove for the sake of the brothers out there. They deserve to awaken and to evolve and ascend too. Well, so far it seems the ladies are in the lead by like a great, overwhelming majority.
Right. Right. It does. They're reaching out more.
Yeah.
I noticed with the guys and stuff, they come and they're wanting like the starseed origins, or kind of, they were in the SSP. So but if it opens up to that, then of course, and which it does, because if they're in the SSP, then they were abducted at 5 or before, because they're starseed, so they're going to be taken at 5, and then their mind split. So what happens, how does your mind get split? That's through sexual trauma, and your mind splits, and then they create uh, altars.
Yeah.
So maybe they don't know that. Maybe they didn't know that. So I explain that to them too, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
hmm.
Amir, thank you for bringing that up. That's such an overlooked topic in this field of healing. It's just like, men, I say this on a regular basis to men, the very few that come to see me, because literally 99% of all my hypnosis clientele are all females. And I find
Yeah.
that extremely shocking, because how many males are in the SSP? You know what I'm saying? Everybody
Many.
wants to get
Yeah.
verified, everyone wants to see these memories, but like, just like Amir said, it's like they don't want to be stigmatized or judged. I'm like, dude, we're beyond this. If you are in government programs, you need to let your damn ego go and release
Yeah.
this. How are you ever going to, dude, you know how many guys I know break down and cry on a regular basis and they have to hide it and not tell a single soul? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Almost
Like,
every guy.
I'm a very mentally strong soldier, but I still break down too on human. I cry on a regular basis, and that makes me real as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So guys,
Yeah.
you gotta release the crying. Like, a lot of times when I have guys in front of me and they start crying, they try to turn it off. I'm like, no, don't do that. Let it
Yeah.
go.
Right.
I'm here for you,
Yeah.
man. Do not fight it. You have to release. This is energetic weight you're holding in your body and your soul. If you
Right.
don't let those tears come forward to release it, it's going to be a heavy weight, and you're going to leave feeling that weight again. So just
Hmm.
one good cry to just let it go. Like, all the stuff I went through as a kid, I don't stay in victimhood anymore. I say, look what I learned from the programs. Look what this trauma taught me. It taught me how to define and how to identify very immoral people. It told me that the side I want to fight on is the side of the good. It taught me that all life should be respected and no life should ever be killed for no reason, as if we're animals. And I've died defending that right. You know, that's what I'm known for in the SSP. I will always put my life on the line to save people's life.
Yep.
And
You do.
I don't even need to know you. It's what's right, man. It's innocence. Even an animal, like I've said this a few times in podcasts. I've dated women and they gave me shit because the times that they would see me jump out of a car to go help somebody push a car or jump out of the car to go save a turtle from being hit. I've been called multiple times selfish because if I died saving an animal, it would be selfish to the person. Do you understand? But
Yeah.
I believe that person is selfish by not seeing that all lives are equal and all lives are source having its experience. That turtle has probably an ET or a human soul or a being that's already been an ET or a human. Like when I put people under with regressions when they're an animal, they have the same kinds of thoughts that humans do.
Yep.
They feel
You do.
terror, they feel pain.
Yep.
When one of their children gets come and taken away or eaten, they experience extreme trauma and separation and panic. And they don't forget. These animals die never forgetting the beings, the children they lost. So like
Mm-hmm.
that's just what it's just so important for me to say that to people. Guys,
Yeah.
just come forward, come to us, let the ego go, see
Mm-hmm.
what comes. If there's going to be some trauma that you need to see during your session, your higher self
Yep.
has already determined you are strong enough to see it, no matter what you're going to be seeing. I do not personally censor anything in my sessions when the
Nope.
higher self shows them something because the higher self needs to show you what happened to make you understand, right? I understand your
Mm-hmm.
point of view, Christy, because seeing something and someone not experiencing it themselves, that can be a little terrifying, right? But
Yeah.
for someone to see it, they now know why they have trust issues. They now know why they have relationship issues, why they have sexual addiction. And if you never know the root moment that caused it, how can you truly heal by hiding from something you don't know exists? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
there's power
Definitely.
in seeing the truth. Step forward into your trauma. If you want to wake up all your memories in the SSP, face your traumas. That is how they programmed us with the handlers. They make us feel extreme fear with everything we fear, and we are repugnant
Yep.
to the idea. We step away. The
Mm.
door to the opening, to the awakening, is straight through that door.
Yeah.
You have
Yep.
to realize the obstacle is the way, quite
Yeah.
literally.
And you just become so strong because,
I got Amir
doing it
goosebumps.
and yeah.
Uh-huh. The
Yeah.
goosebump
This
party, yeah.
truth is spoken. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, and it makes us so strong. We're like such strong, brave warriors. We can just go right on into the whole thing and not even have any fear, and so that's how you want to be. You want to, because we're giants, and then they feed off of us. They're just like
Yes.
tiny little animal, like little, don't say animal like a negative way, but
Parasites,
you know
yeah.
what I mean. Parasite, that's
Parasites,
a good
yeah.
thing.
Like a
Yeah,
mosquito.
so yeah, just like that. And so they feed off of our energy. And so, you know, what are you gonna do now? So that's how you have to kind of look at it. You have to
This
be
is
the tough guy, you
this
know.
is this is so beautiful
Hmm.
because facing the trauma from a position of strength, emotional and mental maturity. So maybe as a child you wouldn't be there, but as an adult you see things differently. Facing it, remembering it, and purging it or integrating it. So somehow dealing with it is not just the key to memories, soul memories, it's also the key to accessing the Akashic records, and it's also the key to awakening psionic gifts. So that goddamn fear is such a impediment. It disables us, it paralyzes us. And so many people do long sequences of spiritual practice that would normally be very effective if not for the trauma. So that right there, facing the trauma with braveness, that is the key. And the
Hmm.
universe rewards you once you demonstrate that valor, opens up doors for you. So mystical stuff begins to happen. Wow, this went deep. This escalated
We
quickly.
like deep, that's for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, no surface level shit, you know. We don't
Yeah,
like
just like
that.
you said, Christy, if you contact us, don't try small talking with us, right? But don't also send a telephone book worth of information.
Yeah.
Get to the point. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like we all have limited time in our lives. We're all three sought out practitioners. We get booked a lot. So if you want to contact us, just be consistent. If we miss your message, if we read it and then we forget that we read it because we didn't have time to read it and it says we read it, there's no offense to that. That just means we got distracted. So please message us again. Be consistent if you want readings from any of us, man,
Yeah.
because I've heard in certain groups that people kind of contract certain people in the thing, and we're known to not respond. You can't take offense to that. I get hundreds of messages
Yeah.
every couple of days. And the moment I start responding to hundreds of messages, I get hundreds of responses, not
Yeah.
including any of the new conversations coming in. So I'm now realizing it's taken me up to 2 hours a day, 7 days a week just to return messages.
I know it.
So it is a
It's a lot
lot.
of
Two
time.
hours a day.
Yeah. We could have been exercising,
Yeah.
like
It's
So
something
that's a
we wanted
lot.
to do.
So just
We could
understand
have been
we are
doing something
humans.
we wanted to do.
We are
Yeah.
tired too. So just we're here for
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When the
You know
timing's
what?
right, the timing will be right.
Speaking about openness and vulnerability, I think it's important to say this. This is not a life of luxury,
No.
right? We're not in it for the money.
And everybody thinks it is. We're
And
rolling in all
they
this
think
money.
yeah,
It's
we're
not even
rolling
a
in
thing.
dough. No, no, no. It's not that way.
Mm.
It's the same as the size of a life of a school teacher, right? And everybody knows that noble professions like teaching, like nursing, these are not paid very well. And so really it is an act of service. It does take a toll on the person that's doing the healing or the reading. Really, we cannot not feel. We feel. That's how we can help.
It's a heavy
And
weight.
it's a heavy weight. And it is such an honor, and I'm getting goosebumps. It is such an honor to serve in this way. But
Yeah.
again, a little compassion from our wonderful brothers and sisters out there, just to know that it's not the easiest thing to do. And so hopefully with more understanding, we'll all get better results out of this.
And the thing that other people don't realize is we open our stuff to infinite amount of attacks from the programs and the ETs because we're helping you guys. You know how many times I've been abducted for literally putting under HVAs, high value assets, and I was tortured and abducted for that? And I told them before I put you under, they will abduct me and torture me for this. And no one
Mhm.
believes you until that experience happens to me. And like you
Yeah.
can see it through remote viewing. It's a real thing, man. So like
Yeah.
it's
Mhm.
not you're just paying me for an experience. I'm opening your soul to the truth. And I am putting myself in the way of the fire and literally getting burned and shot
Yeah.
for
Mhm.
helping people, all of us. So
Yeah.
like it is also a dangerous thing what we're doing, and people they act like they don't realize that connection. It's quite dangerous for us. They
Mhm.
target us constantly. They target everyone we love. They turn everyone we love against us. They use V2K on them. So like
Yes.
guys, like everybody that fantasizes about, oh, I want to be SSP, I want to do this for people, you have no idea what you're getting yourself into. It is not fantasy land like everybody talks about in these forums and Facebook groups and stuff. It is nonstop trauma. So
Yeah.
just give us a little more credit than you've ever given us and understand that we are literally bleeding for you guys behind the scenes.
That's the honest truth.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, this is true. And yet it's an act of love. Love for self and love for the mighty human, love for every being that has the divine spark. Because something else, I mean, look at the artwork behind Christie.
Mhm.
Humanity is not the only game in town. And so the control system that is harming humanity is harming countless species. Animals, the plant kingdom, inner earth species, elementals, and higher dimensional beings, like my buddy back there, the praying mantis.
Mhm.
So this is something that is affecting many beings. There is trauma, but at the same time, we should present a balanced picture. There is so much beauty. Drago, you were talking about seeing the aftermath of a somatic release, tears coming. What could be more rewarding? Oh my God, I freed this person. Oh, hell yes. That is
Yes.
what keeps us going. It's what washes away the trauma, makes it all worthwhile.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a beautiful thing, but and all of us started, like many people start out, not knowing what way's up, who to trust, what to trust, knowing something is not quite right. That's your key. And be brave, guys. Don't fear. Fear is worse than the pain. And once you really face it, it's like a massive loudspeaker, two thin wires connected to a watch battery. And once you face the fear, you're snipping that little wire and the whole thing collapses. It's bluff. That's why it has to be done when we are children. Because we don't know better. Because the pain seems so enormous now in a state, if you're a grown adult, if you are able to earn money, if you're able to take care of yourself, cook your meals, schedule your life, you're capable enough to do some serious healing work on yourself, your body, your energy structure, and watch the cosmos unfold. And I'm getting goosebumps all over.
Mm-hmm.
It might start out being traumatizing, like that scene from The Matrix where Neo wakes up and he sees all these goddamn things connected to him, his spine, all his arms, all his body. That's the truth. That's the truth. There's so many implants in many, many, many of us, if not all of us.
Yep. Yep.
And then you remove them because they're sucking your energy, as Christy beautifully said. A lot of our soul gifts are energy hungry. And if you don't have enough chi, prana, life force, you don't have the energy to activate them. It's quite simple.
Yeah. Yep. That's true.
You said not knowing who to trust. We were just talking about this before we started recording about how there's all these people that do sessions for people, but we seem that a lot of the SSP stuff is revolving around a top 5 kind of group of people. And we've all kind of gained this name for the SSP where people come to us because we're trusted, because a lot of these healers, people in the programs, they're really behind the scenes, they're emotionally unstable. And I'm sure you guys know who we're talking about. Not to name names, that we're not here for that. It's more like lashing out on Facebook or videos constantly. And you have to be careful, because when you try to get healed from someone who is not healed themselves, you're opening yourself up to also getting attacked to whoever's puppeteering them and
Yep.
any kind of attachment.
Yeah.
So
Right. Exactly. And
uh
I always burn contracts after every session too, after every meeting. And I've
it's
been learning
important.
to do that as soon as I wake up from, from sleep time and stuff too. Because no telling what took over or how, because they'll project even like sex dreams, and if you eat something or whatever, they'll do all kinds of different things and rise up my hormones and stuff and try to, give you those kinds of dreams. So
Yeah,
as soon as I get those, I wake up immediately, and I face that being. I was like, who is this being that's doing that? Show me your real self. And then any contract that we had, then I start burning it now, and then I just send the contract to source and send that being to source too.
oh
I just like
wow.
shoot them up there like a bank, like at the bank. You put the thing in the chute. I just burn
Interesting.
the whole contract up, and it falls to ashes there, and any kind of implant or anything at all that you connected with me and you, then put it on the table. And sometimes I'll pour acid on it, but I'll just gather it all up, and then I send it all up to source. And then I sometimes will just freeze that being because it's like a fucking demon. So I just freeze it, and then I burn all this shit up, and then I just send it to source. And I'm like, oh, I just want to burn him. And I'm like, no, I better not burn him, because then it's going to create more
Yeah,
stuff with everybody else there too. So I'm just gonna freeze his ass and then just send him up to source. And
beautiful.
any kind of other clones or whatever they got back there, if it's like the Mitre Gray, they made all kinds of different clones and stuff because they're soulless anyway. So I'm just gonna send that up to source.
Oh my
And
God.
all of it,
Wow.
I just keep burning it and burning contracts with family members, with friends, with things that keep repeating in my mind. I'm like, stop, and then so I pulled out a thought form, I put it on the table in front of me, and then I saw the being as myself, and I said, no, we don't need this thought form anymore, this is old, so I'm just going to send that to source and send you to source too. And then I asked source to return everything back to me after it's been cleansed and purified, so I keep doing that too. But I just create this like my own space that's protected and fill it with source light. And then I don't let that being in my space. I make it stay outside of the door, and then I put that table there at the doorway, and then I tell it, I command it to lay everything on that table, and I remove like any kind of implants and stuff like that too. I just get it out of the way, and then I just burn it all or smash it, to smash all these things too, and just burn the contract up. So
Well,
that's been helping a lot. Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, this is why we wholeheartedly recommend Christy.
Yep. Yep.
This
I've been
is
helping people with that. It
this
helps
this
you
is
mentally.
this is so profound what you just
Yep.
said. So that whole thing of sending to source is the shamanic way.
Mm-hmm.
It's the correct way that has worked throughout the hundreds of millions of years of human existence. And I say that number carefully and knowingly. So the thing is, as a human with a little monkey brain, moving only forward in time, locked in a geographic set of coordinates, we must acknowledge we don't know everything. As we go up closer to source, our awareness expands, but even as, let's say, a 12th dimensional aspect or a multi-universal aspect, the soul doesn't know everything. The only being that knows everything is source, the beloved source of all things. And so I see many practitioners, to my great sadness, going around left, right, and center, acting as judge, jury, and executioner, with a trail of corpses behind them, just because they think the being is evil, or it is not beautiful, or it's a parasite. You see, that is wrong. Even if a being is currently acting really harmfully, this doesn't mean that in 500 years it doesn't see the light and seek redemption
Mm-hmm.
and become something beautiful. If you wipe out that shard of source from existence, you're blocking its future. And that's the great you're no better than the being that's causing harm. And so what Christy just said about calling in source, we're snitching. Hey, we don't know. Who are we to judge? But we
Yep.
can ask, so hey, source, audit. And so this is a mechanism of divine audit, and source in its infinite glory and beauty and compassion and wisdom may say, oh no, there's something that can evolve. And so out of that audit, to our great probably dissatisfaction, something still comes out.
Yep.
And then
Just
maybe
staying like
there's some,
neutral. I just stay
yeah,
neutral, non-judgmental. Even if
clean.
it's a demon right there, you just see
There we
all the
go.
demon, and I
Yeah,
just freeze it because it's like,
yeah.
it went back way far with me, that demon did,
Uh-huh.
so I'm like, freeze, and just like, give me everything, come on, lay it,
Yep,
and I don't
yep,
touch it. I don't touch
yep,
that being, it just lays it
yeah.
all out like, and then so I just pour acid on it or burn the contract up, like burning it.
The fire, the divine fire, that works really beautifully.
Yeah,
And talking about demons, in this lifetime, I've seen many high-ranking demons capitulate to source.
that's good.
Amongst the 72 major demonic kings, 10 have capitulated. And guess what? I'm not going to say the names.
No.
Next time a practitioner wants to enslave the fire elementals, they might run into the unconquered, beings that have now joined light and will chew their dumbass up.
Yeah.
Muhaha. So that's
Yeah.
that's interesting. We've also had
Yep.
powerful light beings being demoted, fallen, because they're not acting in integrity. So again, you gotta keep an open mind. Something that people need to realize is that light and dark are not synonymous to good and evil. So not everything that looks shiny and pretty is good. Not everything that looks ugly and dark is evil.
Nope.
And so we need to shed racism. And this is really difficult. Even amongst our own species, we treat other races with disrespect and indignity. If we can't deal with our own species, how are we going to deal with something that looks like an insect
Yep.
or a jellyfish or something completely different than a human? So racism is stupid. Uh, Call source, snitch, don't shoot, snitch. And
Yep.
so that's the cleanest way.
Yep. Let them deal. Let source deal with it, because
Uh-huh.
we're not the judge of all of their stuff. We're just taking back what they took from us, because we didn't agree. Maybe we did agree to it on some level, but unknowingly, or maybe we wanted to agree to it in a different timeline. Could be different timeline that it was agreed to, and it's still carrying forward now. So as soon as it comes up and purges, though, then it's your responsibility to call them forward, call them and deal with it. Everything that bothers you, do it. Everything, every thought form. If you keep repeating you this telling somebody something over and over and over, I'm like, you told me that 3 times already. You need to get rid of that. That's a contract between you and that person. You need to
Yeah.
get rid of that. You need to burn the contract with them there. Make them stand at the doorway. Don't let them in your space, and then just let them be on their way. You don't have to send, like, if it's a person like that, I just, like, let them be on their way. Just take the contract back. I don't send that person to source. I just send the contract there, because I just kind of depend on what it is. I just kind of look at it like that.
And if I may add, if we are to be the wielder of the divine fire, first and foremost, we need to be purified.
Mm-hmm.
And so personally, I put myself in a divine audit on a daily basis.
Right.
I know I've been an asshole more times than I'm ready to admit. There's no judgment here. This is just a fact. We do wrong. We don't know everything. And it is so soothing. First few times you experience deep violations that one has committed towards others, and the same way that Source acts in the most grace and compassion towards others, that grace and compassion is offered to us too. Is part of bravery. And so even if a person doesn't have access to a healer, Source is the ultimate source of healing and grace and rejuvenation and restoration. So you can ask to be purified.
Mm-hmm.
Beloved
Yeah.
Source, I don't know, I love with all my being. Purify me.
Mm-hmm.
Send me your agents to help me heal. Things will fall in place so beautifully.
Yep. Yep, I did it with my son too. I burned up any contract that I had with him, and I give him a source shower too, put him like in the source shower every day. So he's like standing in the center of the room, and this source is just like the water, the shower raining down, cleansing and purifying him and letting every all this stuff go down the drain, because he's so connected or contracted with the grays. He's
Uh-huh.
doing something with the grays to help them, I know.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
don't touch that. That's not that's his
Mhm.
stuff. I just try to help him keep it clean and stuff, because he still gets overtaken, and he still is attacking. He's in the group home, but he still go there and he attacks me, attacks
Yeah.
everybody
Yeah.
there. So there's something that takes over because his
Yeah.
eyes completely change,
Yeah.
and then something is taken over, and then he snaps back out of it and he's himself again. But
Hmm.
but there's no telling how many attachments people have. I mean, we can do this clearing, and then we get their attachments. So we have to do this. We have
Yeah.
to cleanse and purify ourselves after every session we do,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
their stuff gets attached to us, because we're
Yeah.
talking to them. Attachment, like
Yeah.
that. So we have to burn this contract. We don't need this contract between us, and anything that was, any kind of attachment that was formed during this session, we're gathering it all up and sending it to source, because we don't need that. We don't need any contract. No, we want to be free from all things. We don't need contracts, so yeah.
One of the things
That's
I was doing when I was healing people in the beginning of my hypnosis career was I was making the mistake of physically removing the trauma and the beings and pulling it and filtering it through my own light body.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And what happened was I started getting warnings that it was slowly starting to kill me. It was stealing my light. It was causing me health problems.
Yeah.
And they don't train that in QHHT. They don't even talk about it.
Oh,
So what
wow.
I had to do is I created a technique where I create an orb of light directly above the client, and I'll command that energy. I'll ask the client, I said, do you see this orb of light, this white orb of light directly above your head, above your chest? You see it. All right, I want you to send all that, and I will literally pull it. We're pulling into that orb of light, and it stays in there. I no longer touch it ever again. I no
Beautiful.
longer pull it into my body, and it is a permanent barrier. I'm only acting as a conduit to release it and to send it back to source for
Yeah,
transmutation or healing. So whatever I'm removing, I send it back to source to repurpose the energy. And you
good.
were mentioning earlier about the demons.
Yeah.
I used to fight them, and I realized that it's easier to show them kindness for the first time, to show them
Hmm.
love, because they've never been showed that ever. Even these draconians,
Right.
the worst of the worst, they don't even really know what it is. But to
No.
give them kindness in a time where you can take everything from them, because they come in my sessions on a regular basis,
Yeah.
and they'll mess with my clients, they'll mess with me, but they started seeing that I have zero tolerance for that, especially disrespect, especially you coming in my sessions trying to block people. And I fought him for a while. And after I realized I don't actually have to fight him anymore, because that was how they were keeping me in that emotional kind of loop, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't connect to it. Whenever I fight them, if I know they might be in a session the next day, I don't even care anymore. I get excited. I'm like, I get to show them how much of a badass I am. And
Mm.
a couple sessions ago, I some fallen angels came in, and I'm talking about some nasty demons on one of these
Oh,
SSP assets, and it got physical. And they took out my laptop recording. They caused a lot of stuff to happen. But during that session, I gave them an opportunity. I'm like, do you want to evolve? Do you want to become a dragon or a creator being, or do you want to constantly have to still just to live? And I activate the spark of light in their heart center that they don't even have, or they don't even know it's even there, but it's there. They've been programmed to think it's not even there. All
yeah.
beings of darkness have a spark of light inside them.
Yep.
They
Yep.
don't know. So if you activate it, what I am doing is I do more Doctor Strange kind of fighting than I do physical fighting in these sessions. I'll open up portals of light and like prison barriers and stuff, and they can't stop it, no matter the strongest of ones. If I pull you into that body to speak, they'll tell me, I don't want to speak. I don't want to be here. I'm like, well, you know what? This is my time, and I will release you when I release you. I don't care how powerful you are. You don't have the ability to leave this body while I'm talking to you. So you need to watch how you talk to me. The nicer you are, the faster this is going to be. And if you piss me off, I will force a
Oh,
conversion. So let's keep it sensible. Let's be polite. And if you want to be an asshole to me, I'll be a polite asshole right back. But you know what? I will offer you an opportunity to join us, to show you what it's really like, to not have to just hate everything and everyone around you and sacrifice everything and everyone because that's all you've ever known. So the way I get them the most, I'll look, they'll be inhabiting the client's body. I'll stand directly above their face. I'll look into their soul and I say, I love you. I love you. I love you. I keep repeating that. The body starts fucking shaking. They're
Hmm.
like, they don't know what's happening. It's like an energetic vibration and a code that has never fought, they've never fought against, and it is forcing them to feel what the light is.
yeah.
And it's one of the biggest honors I've ever had. I've converted high level draconians, fallen angels back to the light. Like, this is a phenomenon we all three experience in our sessions. We are literally fighting demons.
Demons. 100%.
Not just extraterrestrials, quite literally demons from the lower astral realms, and they are dark as hell.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
again, they are part of source as well. So you, just like Amir said, it doesn't matter what you look like. The things you fear is you. Everything is a
Hmm.
reflection of you, and everything you hate is something you hate in yourself. So that's the
Yep.
trick. Acknowledge that everything is you, and whatever you fear is something you fear inside yourself, and it's only a projection to show you what you fear.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Beautifully said.
Yeah, you just kind of stay neutral. I just stay neutral, with them and stuff. Because I don't know, that kind of works for me better with staying neutral and stuff with any kind of draconian. And because I can see him I just stay neutral, and then they stay neutral too. It just seems like they all stay kind of, except for the Maitre, it didn't stay neutral. It was projecting hate to me when I was little. That's all I felt. So, but I froze, that's what I froze and sent to source and burnt up the
Mhm.
contract.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that's the only time I felt that hatred is from that tall, is a tall, dark gray Maitre. Yeah,
Hmm.
I don't know where they come from, what wherever, but all they wasn't they didn't he didn't have a soul. He was soulless, so it was feeding off of my energy and
Yeah.
using my psionic abilities to go into space and turn off spaceships and bring him to him so he could use that. So why, like, what is he doing? Why can't he just do that himself, So, but he can't. So they're taking kids to use their star seed, their lineage, all the where we come from, everything in our DNA, and and pulling it out, and then he was giving me injections of his DNA too. So I was like, oh my God, and he was putting these virtual reality glasses on me, and there was something in my head, like right in here, and he was pushing on it, and I just like I put my hands out and I blew the room up, and then he was happy for that, and then so he was kept testing me more and more, the more like pressure, and then just till we got out in space where I could hold up a ship and then turn it off and then bring it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So
something that is worth mentioning to these beings. So the heart chakra, Drago, you mentioned it, that is almost dormant. Christy, you've seen this too. This can be reawakened. It takes
mhm,
a lot of intentional violation of universal law to dim down that heart to such a degree.
mhm,
And then when that happens, they're cut from source, and then they become parasitic. And for their survival or any sort of energy work, then they need to use sacrifice. And
mm,
this is a theft of life force, and it is unbelievably wasteful and inefficient. So, a being that is connected to Source has the same amount of energy just by sitting there and meditating than a sacrifice of 200 souls. So, it's
mm,
like 0.5% compared to the whole thing. And so once we convert these beings that have been disconnected, once we connect them back to source, it's like saving 200 people.
very
And so
good.
it's a big deal. It's a
Yep.
huge deal. And then if you go over the lifespan of this being, that's 200 people per day.
Yep.
So
Right.
that's a huge, huge, huge move in the right direction.
All kinds of kids that it
All
was
kinds of
taken.
kids, and it's
Yeah.
usually the innocents that are
Yeah.
targeted for this. So
Right. Because
um,
we open stargates and portals with our just standing there with our DNA.
yeah,
We turn on ships and
yeah,
activate all kinds of stuff with our DNA. So that's what they use us for too.
yeah, yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, let's move to something more happy. So, what's more happier than demonstration of awesomeness? Woo-ha,
Luna's
yeah.
Spirit Door, helping kids set energetic boundaries. The children's books you're writing.
Yeah.
How can
Hmm.
how can children benefit from your work? Because your work is so unique in your books because it's
Thank
showing
you.
kids they're not crazy and
Yeah.
these what do you call them when parents say you have an imaginary friend? Yeah, these imaginary friends are not imaginary. These are literally
Yeah.
other beings speaking to children. And your books kind of show kids how to like step into that magic and, kind of explain how parents, we lost that connection to the source and we
Yeah,
can't see these magical realms. So
Yeah.
cool to be
I
able
mean,
to talk to children about it.
yeah, exactly. I mean, because I'm a hypersensitive empath. you know?
Yeah.
So, and I felt everything growing up, and I was very alone. I stayed alone a lot. I played with my Barbies in my room all the time, and I just rode my bike, and I didn't have a whole bunch of friends. I didn't want a whole bunch of friends because I couldn't deal with all that energy from them and stuff too. So I used that. I thought, well, I need to just make a book like I would like, like this is like a version of me as a kid. And her mom, though, is aware of it. And so she's helping her stay protected when she's going to places, how to protect her energy and herself from all the beings. So the book gives some affirmations, and it shows all the things that she does to help her, to redirect her energy, and even like all the thought forms and stuff of all the people around, like at lunch, how noisy it is. And
Yeah. Oh my
it's just
goodness.
a lot. It's a
That's so
lot,
beautiful.
you know? It,
Christy, may Source bless you.
oh, thank
This,
you.
this
Thank
is
you.
what we needed for forever. I think
It is.
every elementary school on the planet,
Yes,
every
especially the
kindergarten
libraries. Yeah.
on the planet, they should have at least one copy of that book.
Yeah, to help them.
Yeah.
Definitely
Oh my
so.
God.
Yeah,
I'm
and I
getting
made some like
goosebumps.
over alien
I was
stuff
gonna mention that
too.
one next.
Yeah, because he has alien friends, that come to his window, and he goes out and visits them, and they call him out there, and they take him on a journey and stuff, and they're his friends. So they're nice to him, and
Yeah.
that's okay. That should be okay. I mean,
Yeah.
if I don't know if he's like going in another town, and like if he's physically going, maybe the mother might not like that him walking out there, but that's not what the book's about. It's about it being accepting of other beings as well, and like that. So, and they play with games with them and stuff. So they're his friends. Yeah. So yeah, and then the hybridization one too, the hybrid program, which is kind of a sore subject for many people, but it does happen.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And that just kind of gives a more positive look on visiting the ships and seeing your hybrid child and spending time with other hybrid beings. And she visits them and they exchange DNA. They agreed to this before this lifetime. So some beings and yourself have contracts to do this. So,
Beautiful.
but like this, you could also burn up that contract because it's not needed anymore. It's already been done.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah. And
And
I
the
made
kids
one
need
of
to know
my
now
mantis too.
how important stuff like that is
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
they get older, because these are the crystal indigo kids that are coming in now. You
Yeah.
Hmm.
know, what you consider maybe a fourth wave, and like they're
Oh
coming
yeah.
in, they're coming in so activated, but they're getting the most attacked
Yeah.
Hmm.
to prevent them from
Yeah.
activating their powers. And if we can find a mechanism where, just like Amir said, put these in all the school libraries, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Like have Congress acknowledge that ETs are real, abduction is real. It's not just my labs and military. Like, it's important to acknowledge in the end, like, if we ever have like a tribunal, an ultimate moment where world crimes are admitted and stuff, and we have this new evolution or new paradigm shift, it's people like you, Christy. You're doing the work now. You're creating that 5D planet imprint of how it should be from the beginning.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And you've written so many freaking awesome books. Like,
Thank you.
I think you're over 20 books now. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. A whole lot. A whole lot. Yeah.
what was your most important book to you out of all the books,
Uh,
and why do you feel that way it's the most important for people to read?
that's my Electra book.
Yes. You have four of them
The
in that
the
series, right?
Yeah, there's four of them. This one, I have one that you just read the 200 pages of the experience. So, and but then I created the other ones with
Yeah, that was book
images,
four. That was book
Yeah,
four, correct?
right, that's right. And so I have one, two, and three. They're Montauk, My Lab, and then the Warrior, all three of those, and they're all on Amazon. So it's kind of gonna be like this, but it's a different cover now too that I put on there, but you'll see it on there. Electra. They're all for Electra. But I have my drawings of what my memories were from being at Montauk, and all of that. So it will be triggering with memories, and a lot of people get lots of memories that give me feedback, they get memories from the images and stuff too. They're like, oh my gosh, I got memories from there, so that's Montauk stuff there. And and then I put my 20 in back and time missions, time soldiers, I put it all in the book. That's the Montauk one. Then there's a My Lab, and then there's the Warriors one. But there's four of them all together, and they're not I didn't put them in an order, but you can read them in any order you want to,
Mhm.
but there's four of them all together on there. So those are important, and I sell those mostly because people, trying to help them remember stuff too. So I think they look for that information because you type it in and there's not anything on
Right.
Amazon, at
Yeah.
all. So it's good to, if you're writing books and stuff, to get those out there. Yeah.
And just like you said, we mentioned triggers earlier. Facing your triggers is how you activate your memories. And we've been trained and programmed by everyone around us to put that shit in the closet and lock it away.
Yep.
And the type of ET writing you've been doing, it's extremely triggering.
Oh,
The
okay.
light language and
That's
stuff
good.
you write. And
Mm.
Christy, she gifted me with some of her art. I loved her
Oh
art
yeah.
so much, I had her send me some art. And this book, this entire binder, is all original of art of
Oh
all this
yeah.
stuff.
You've done
And
some of
Oh,
that
what
so
for
I'll
me
do
cool.
is
too.
I'll stare
Awesome.
at these pages and I'll go into this meditation and you just get all this information. It's freaking amazing.
Yay.
I have so much of her
Yay.
art. I have stuff framed, the stuff that means a lot.
Aw.
She drew different aspects of me DJing
Mm.
as an extraterrestrial. Like there's so much good
Aw.
stuff in this, man. And
Aw.
I keep this right
I
here in my
love
library at
that.
all times. When I do all my interviews, you can literally see it. I have my blue binder right there, just hanging out. And
Mm-hmm.
that's all Christie's work. So
Aw.
It's so fantastic, Christy. Some of the readings you did for me connected
Yep.
me to Soul Family.
Aw.
Right, the
Yeah.
guys that hey, oh my God, I've left a family behind in
Mm-hmm.
Arcturus or so on,
Yep.
and hey, you've all grown up. Hey, check you out, and so on. And
Yeah.
so they seem to be aware of our soul missions down here. We're
Yeah.
here to help, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not for karmic lessons. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not kick the neighbor's puppy. No, no, no. We've been there, done that eons ago. It's a hardship mission. It's a difficult mission, but for this purpose, going through it with everybody else,
Yeah.
suffering, experiencing the fear, the pain, the trauma, like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And these are Drago's words, and so I'm just regurgitating as best as
Yeah.
I can.
Yeah.
That there is no separation. We all go through it together,
Mm-hmm.
and we all heal through it together. And this is the way. So really, may the divine source, the beloved source of all things, bless you.
Thank
This
you.
is so important. This was sorely needed, Christy. Nobody was doing kids' books. And
Mm.
so this is a great fulfillment. And this will be your legacy for those yet unborn.
Mm.
and I
Right?
That
and
makes
So
my heart
I
felt
truly
that.
believe like your son being autistic, it taught you ways to
Yep.
communicate to a child that cannot be communicated with, and
Yep.
you helped create a bridge through books to help kids understand what that's truly like, you know,
100%.
to
Mm-hmm.
have these experiences and not to reject them and have parents tell you it's all make believe and like children, they don't operate like human minds do. They're literally connected to theta at all times until they hit hormones and hit puberty. So their psychic skills are open to the max,
Yep.
so it's really important. They have to know young what the truth is.
Yeah, yeah, because Hayden stayed, he's still open. So I was like his anchor, because he's always out of his body and stuff. So I'm like his anchor here. So I'm always receiving his messages too, not telepathically with him, but all the beings and stuff. So I would constantly be writing all kinds of stuff. And I noticed that since he's gone to the group home, that a lot of my writing has slowed down, with that kind of frequency, but now I have my own frequency that's activated now, like my Lyran and Syrian and all my, the source codes and everything, like that I have within me. So it's more feeling like like it's like, oh, like more powerful for me in a way too. But like in Arcturian and stuff, I just write really fast, like that. So, but with Hayden, yeah, it just seemed more like the grays, a lot of grays, but I know we were helping them too. We are helping heal them as well.
Yeah.
That's what Ivan said is too. He said you're like kind of like given a baptizing or something, so I don't know, but like so helping them to probably maybe just connect back to source or something like that. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
So I know he's taken on a big battle by himself, with his autism, but
Correct.
that allows him to operate in other dimensions and stuff too,
It-
and go there.
Spot on. It
Mm-hmm.
does take a certain type of brain, certain type of neuroanatomy
Mm-hmm.
to host
Yep.
a certain type of soul. And so um, children with autism are highly gifted.
Yes.
And the more
And not
extreme the
challenged
autism
enough
is,
with challenges and puzzles or
yeah, yeah,
not.
yeah. And so energetically, Hayden is anchoring very, very special codes into the grid.
Mm-hmm.
And then from a primitive and limited and incompassionate point of view, one may see these wonderful shining stars as not being able to integrate into society, but
Yep.
society is backwards.
Yep.
It's
They
our
are.
civilization that is primitive that needs
Yep.
to go, and so it's such
Yep.
a it's an active sacrifice. This
Yeah.
wonderful
Sacrifice.
soul. Yeah,
Yep.
they go through difficulty. It's not easy.
The mother, the
Yeah,
parent who raises the
yeah,
child,
yeah,
that this is
yeah,
sacrifice for the mother or
yeah,
father, and
yeah,
then for the child, that this life is like a whole bunch of different things all
yeah,
like packed in, like just fill it up, fill it up, and then we'll deal with it when we do it, so
yeah,
that's what we're doing, and it's one step at a time, and it's a lot, it is a lot, and it's
yeah, yeah, yeah,
and yeah, so it's a big battle, like with that, and it
yeah,
made me very tough. I mean,
yeah,
mentally very tough and
yeah,
strength wise, like
yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
afraid
Of
of nothing.
anything. Yeah.
Nothing. No,
Oh, that's
just
pretty
nothing.
clear.
Yeah,
Uh, may
nothing.
I respectfully propose that we do a little reading for our collective audience
Okay.
with the intention of seeing what is coming, most likely, in terms of awakening. Does that sound
Mhm.
acceptable?
Yep.
Okay. Oh my goodness, this is okay. Let's see. I'm going to use. You've got. Well, I'm not quite as awesome as Christy because you create your own cards. I recycle other cards. So let's see. I'm going to use the I Ching, the fairies, and runes. And so you use whatever you like. So
Okay. I
let's.
don't, I don't use the cards anymore, like I don't need the
Oh
cards. Yeah.
well, just do what you do best.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
Congratulations on moving past the physicalness to
yeah,
access that.
yeah,
Yeah, because it goes beyond that, for me with
absolutely.
that. Yeah. But it helps too. It's just a tool.
It's a
Definitely.
tool,
hmm
correct. So cleany weeny work, yes. Let's clear the space and clear the cards so that they are instruments of divine wisdom for the highest good of everyone. So let's start with the I Ching. The I Ching is so elegant. It is so elegant. I can't say it in any other words. It is the most beautiful description of consciousness that I've ever had the honor of studying. And so let's pick three from here.
And this is why Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe right here. He's one of he's a painting directly behind me at all times. He's just always reminded me of myself in the SSP. So this is Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe. And he has an I Ching symbol that he has in red on the side of his armor here. And that's how strong the I Ching stuff is.
That is
Hmm.
water over fire. Water over fire. Control. Self-control. You got the burning
Self-control.
volcano, and yet you've got this
Yep.
zen freaking calmness. Like, come at me, bro. So that's
Yeah.
that-
Yep.
Okay, so let's add a
Definitely.
fairy, and then
You
we'll
have
add
some
those.
scorpion too. I see that too, Drago. Like a scorpion that's a like a protector or something too, like in your toolbox. I just seen it like go up like a scorpion tail.
I freaking love your guys' readings, so I'm glad we're doing this right now. Like I've got readings from both of you guys, and yours, Christy, I got you a reading from you years ago, and your stuff was
Yep.
mind blowing, man. Like it was
Yeah,
such an honor to be part of that. Just both of you
Yep.
guys.
Christie's readings are activating. It's
Yeah.
not.
I
It
got
doesn't do
one to
it.
Amir too. He had a lot of the bird, a lot of birds with him.
For
Lots of
some
birds.
reason, I still hate pigeons. They're dumb.
Oh,
Pigeons are stupid. They're not real, man.
because they poop on you or what?
No, they walk in front of the car, and you, hey, asshole, move out of the way. No,
And they just look at you like, whoop, whoop.
They're
out of
like, who?
all the
Are you talking to
oh,
me? No. Are you talking to me? Are you
And then
talking
they
to me? You
just
talking to me?
peck the concrete looking for food when they look.
like,
Just trying to
dude,
eat here, man.
how do you even survive? This is like negative IQ. It's like I think
Mhm.
they're onto us. They're messing with us by being
Yeah, the
pretending to be
geese,
dumb
you know,
dumbs.
those geese and stuff, how they walk in the road and stuff. And then you're like, what the hell? You know, you're just like, and then, but at the park, they'll coming up to me and I just start flapping my wings. And then they're like, oh, fuck this. I'm out of here, dude. You know, so I just start flapping my arms. And they're like, dang, come, that's a big ass bird, you know? So you can do that too. And they'll fly away probably that way. Just start flapping your wings, Amir.
Shotgun.
No,
Now I'm the
no,
guy. I will bring bird seed
no.
and bread and feed all the birds, no matter what they look like.
Me
They are
too.
all beautiful,
Uh-huh.
gorgeous pieces of
Yeah.
myself and
Me
source.
too. Me too. Yep.
Every bird but pigeons. I don't know. There must have been some past life skirmish between my bird people and the pigeon
Like an
people.
An
Maybe.
Alfred Hitchcock
Yeah,
birds movie
no,
for
but
Amir.
it's not. It's the
Yeah.
freaking pigeons.
Hmm.
Harr.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
now this I've got the Yi Ching. So we're starting with repairing, repairing all that is broken in our civilization, in our energy, in our minds, in our body. And this is occurring through the eradication of trauma. These squiggly lines, these are how trauma appears in your light body, blocking the flow of light. So we're repairing and cleaning, and then comes elevation.
Perfect.
Boom!
That's perfect.
This is coming with now the fairies. Gotcha. With this repair and eradication of darkness, some shocking things are going to come to the surface. Old memories, involvement in programs, things that
Yep.
we did when we didn't have our sovereignty. With that comes the phoenix,
No. Wow.
the
Perfect.
singer of transfiguration,
Perfect.
burning down to ash and rising again renewed, highest divine blueprints. And this is a collective reading, so this is super powerful. And now
Yeah.
this is my favorite card, the Dark Lady. This is the wisdom or dharma accumulated from the shadow. All that was done to us has made us stronger. This is the
100.
wisdom of Mother Kali or Hecate or the Morgan. This is
Hecate. Yeah.
pain pain transformed into power. This is
Yep.
the future of
Wow.
everybody hearing this. Now the runes, Dagaz, brand new dawn. It is night, the sun rises above the horizon, and suddenly the world looks different. This is the outcome of what we're doing. There is a gift of a brand new dawn, almighty humans. This is very encouraging.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was a cards of awakening, facing trauma and transmutation of the
In
self.
in in
Yeah,
three different decks. So it's
yeah,
all saying the same thing. Hey, beautiful.
yeah,
This is very,
yeah.
very good.
Perfect. Spot on. I don't really need to add to anything, that says it all. Yeah,
So and it lines up nicely with what we were talking about. Be
exactly.
brave. Be brave. Face the goddamn shadow. You'll be
Yeah.
shocked, and it may be upsetting. No problem, because from the ashes you shall rise, and you shall turn shadow into power.
Hmm.
It's unconscious becoming conscious. We're no longer ruled by it in unconscious and programmed ways. That's breaking programming.
Yep. Yep. Taking your power.
Yep.
Seeing how large and, extra giant you are. And then that was just a little parasite, that was, you was giving your power to. That's all. So that's all you had to do was just face it. Just see that that's just like a parasite and you're just giving your energy to a parasite, so that's all. You just have to take your energy and power.
And one way to do that is to identify what the addictions are in your life, because the addictions are causing the entity attachments. And
Yeah.
I'm seeing this with a lot of QHHT sessions. It's very common. And most people don't know their light body is like Swiss cheese. And if you imagine each one of those holes, it's an entrance into your light body. And according to the way the universe was designed, if you do not maintain a 100% light conduit, you open up your light body to attack magnetically from these dark entities. So living life in fear, not forgiving the past, staying in abusive relationships that you constantly tell yourself you can't escape from, you're opening up yourself to a whole can of worms. And no matter how evolved you are, if you can't leave the toxic situations that are potentially killing you, it's only going to get worse. You got to keep repeating this lifetime after lifetime on a loop. So this is the time, you know, let the fear go. Face whatever you fear to lose, because you have to realize we don't ever lose really anything in life. It's only an illusion of losing
Yep.
something. And the beings we fear to lose, they're with us in all the other lifetimes, most of them. You know, our
Yeah.
children, the people, our husbands and wives that have passed, or might we fear to lose them. We're seeing in these sessions constantly. We're always together. So just identify what your fears are, identify what your triggers are, and identify what your addictions are. And if you can be strong enough to start breaking those, you're going to break the programming codes that keep you programmed.
Hmm.
And that's the key to breaking the frequency.
Yep. Very good.
Drago, I think we just beat our own high score.
Hey,
Yeah. This freaking show is the high score beater. Yeah. Christy, we invite you to come back over and over and
Okay.
over. Yes. We'll make
Okay.
it the spiritual bro and awesome sis show. Yes.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
cool. I'll
this is
come anytime.
amazing.
Come back
Oh,
anytime there.
bless you.
Hmm.
Oh my goodness.
Hmm.
You've got good energy. You've got amazing energy.
Thank you.
It's
Thank
it's
you. Y'all too. Yeah.
conducive to evolution. This is
Yep.
so
Hmm.
beautiful. Oh, I'm gonna
Yeah.
start crying now.
Now,
Wow.
now you know why we all three kind of refer to each other because we're
Yeah, yeah,
all
yeah.
a lot the same with our thoughts,
and
with
I've
how we.
never I've
Yeah.
never heard a single bad thing about Christy ever
Mhm.
in my life from any
Yes, correct.
testimony ever. And it's
Ever.
shocking
Yes.
because we hear a lot of stuff.
Yep.
Christy's
Right.
one
Yeah,
of these really
yeah,
good souls, man. Like
yeah,
she is
yeah,
here
yeah.
to really awaken your freaking
All
soul,
the way.
man.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh
I
wow.
appreciate that. Yeah, I try to do my best job with them. I do, I really do. and help them as much as I can. That's how we all three do,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I know Sean does the same too,
yeah.
so
Sean is awesome.
yeah. Mm-hmm. We should
Oh,
have
that's
all four
really.
of us on.
You just you got to stop doing that. You just read my mind. Stop doing that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We got to bring Sean out too.
Uh-huh.
Because that's our core group, the four of us.
Yeah.
It's mainly the
Yeah,
four
yeah,
of us. It's such a small circle in the healing stuff, and we all trust each other, and that's hard to get in these groups. Very true trust, where you really trust somebody, that's
Yeah.
hard. There's less than five
Yes, it
people on this
is.
planet that I trust. Less than
Yeah.
five.
Yeah.
So that's that.
True.
Once you gain it, dude, you're in.
Yep. Yeah.
we
Right.
gotta create a superhero group name.
I was thinking about that. Sean has the Psionic League, but I was thinking we need our own team thing, you know?
Uh-huh.
That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, y'all think of that. I don't like
Hey,
I wasn't
the
somebody said something about their call sign name and I don't know my call sign name, so I'm like I don't get names very
Damn,
easily.
the
And
Unconquered sounds pretty damn good. That came from Amir.
that's good.
He's described certain souls as the Unconquered, and that's why we
You
came
just read
because
my. Hey, you guys, you gotta stop reading my mind. God damn it! This is not.
we are the Unconquered. I love
We are
that.
the
The Unconquered.
Yeah, that's good. I like
that
that.
that
That's
that that
mhm.
that the evil, the trauma, the pain, and the distortion has not conquered us. In all humility, we are connected to Source. Come at us. There's nothing we have not seen. Come at us with compassion. We will transmute it. We are the unconquered.
Mhm.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah,
Amir comes up
very
with
good.
awesome names. He's like, dude, let's start a podcast and let's call it the Spiritual Bro Show. When I heard it, I'm like, dude,
Yeah, yeah. It's spiritual.
let's do it.
Yeah, that's good. Because
Oh,
it's
well,
it's it's uncommon. Like people are like, "Oh, I know what that is," So
yeah.
I know
Oh,
them.
yeah.
So, mhm,
Amazing.
mhm.
Amazing. Amazing. Christy, I want to ask about one of your guides, the Mantis, because these guys are close to me also.
Olympus.
Yeah,
That's Olympus. Yep.
yeah. So, um, what is their temperament? Are they kind? Are they
Mhm.
angry? Are they neutral? Are they like a vending machine? Or do they feel? So, just
Yeah.
describe your interaction with these guys.
To Olympus, he's just like compassion and just kind of just feel like he's kind of like a divine I guess masculine or masculine feminine too, because he has both of those it feels. Because he's really helped me through a lot of stuff with Hayden too. But he helps me with my artwork and downloads, and I write stuff on my wall like "Get your work done." So he'll give me messages like "Get your work done." That's important to get your books out, your messages out, get all this stuff out. But it's not said in a demanding way. It's like just a reminder, get your stuff out. You need to make sure you're getting your stuff out and before you're doing everybody else's stuff or helping everybody, you need to get your stuff out. But he's really like caring and kind and really just a supporter. He really that's like a coach almost. So
Yes,
that's how he is. Yeah, he's like a
beautiful,
coach. Yeah. Yep. And then
beautiful.
Olympus is the mantis, and then Ingo is the tall gray. And I think that Ingo helped me a lot dealing with Hayden, the frequencies adjustments and
Uh-huh.
healing that needed, and all that too. And it's a
Yeah,
higher, I don't know all the names of the grays,
there's
but
so
it's a
many of them.
higher frequency, of course, so it's going to be like a compassion. He has compassion too. And uh, they just both hold space for me, because I have all kinds of guides and stuff. And so it's like they hold the space for me here. And it's like a team, like teamwork. Yeah. And then this
Beautiful.
guy too, uh, my wolf, he's a spirit guide, but I also have an aspect of me that is this. So I'll be running with him, jogging, and then I see my own wolf project out of me and race him. So we're racing, and but he's a protector.
Is he Syrian?
I think so. That's what I feel like with the wolves and stuff. And he don't ever tell me his name. I ask him, but he doesn't tell me. So like I don't know.
Let's see if he'll tell me.
Yeah, see if he'll tell you.
He's funny. He told me and he asked me not to tell you.
Okay, so maybe I don't need to know. Yeah, I
No,
feel like
no,
I
no.
didn't.
I'm gonna out him. Shara, Shara. It's like the re in French. Shara,
Shaba,
Shara.
Shaba
Like the
like
G.
Shiva, like
No, no,
Shiva,
no,
but
no,
Shaba.
no, no, no. Shiva's an asshole. No, no, no. Shara, Shara. Re. Like the when you gargle.
I
Shara.
oh my God, how will I ever say that? You know?
That's why he wasn't telling you. No, no, this
But
lady's gonna butcher my name. I'm not. Call me the mysterious one. Yes.
he's mysterious, yeah. But he does joke with me and try to race me and all that. Jumps in the tree and says I'm so slow, you know, like speed it up, come on, you know. And I was like, I'm hurrying, but it takes him like 4 leaps and he's around the whole track.
They're so beautiful. His species have been working on the correction of the reincarnation mechanism. So they
Is that why Anubis was used in Egypt as part of that
you
reincarnation
gotta
mechanism?
yeah, you gotta stop reading my mind. Yeah, dude. Yeah, same beings. These are very benevolent.
Yeah.
And finally, in this incarnation, in this lifetime, I'm talking about the past, let's say 3-4 years, the reincarnation mechanism is fixed. So lots of people, lots of star seeds that are tired. So I don't want to come back. They're free to leave.
You
No
said
more
it's
force.
fixed the next 3 or 4 years. Does that mean some kind of
That's also,
threshold will hit around 2030?
no, it happened already.
And
It's
how do you
already
spell his name again? Will you spell his name so I can learn how to say it?
Shagha, Shagha, Re as in French, merci.
Gre, ra,
Shagha.
gra. Guess I'll
Oh,
just call him Shah.
he's looking at me sideways. Oh, I told you,
I
no,
see
no.
his eyes looking at you. He's like,
I know. I know he doesn't talk to people. He
It's
don't. He's very serious watching. They're like, "What's up with your wolf?" He's like staring me down.
it's belly rubs all over, belly rubs. Yeah,
He's a
I get
serious, but
it.
he's playful. But yeah, I know. But he's a protector, so
if you
that's
ever want to befriend a dog man that's not so territorial, you just go up to the back of its neck and just start petting the back of its neck, and it'll
Oh,
be shocked. Like,
oh
that is wrong in so many ways. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen the dog man run across the my when I'm driving. I've seen the dog man in my it's like it's interdimensional run across the street too. And then I seen him looking in windows. He showed me like he looks in all the windows and dumps over the trash and stuff and causes a lot of commotion right there. And then when I came back by it, I was going to the dentist and then I was coming back and I offered tobacco to the land and I said, I'm just driving through, okay, like I'm just driving through, and like whatever. I don't want to have anything come back with me home or nothing like that. Follow me home, but
These guys are
you
very
know,
evolved.
yeah,
Dimension 9 to 12.
yeah.
So if this is this universe, we've got 26 dimensions. Shaga and his people are coming from around here, dimension -9 to -12. They have the technology of the void, so they are powerful cleansers.
Mm.
They can use portal technology to disintegrate something that is imbalanced into elemental substances. So that's why they like you, Christy, and they like me too. Rodrigo, they're probably gonna like you too.
Yeah, he
Uh,
has
I
Anubis.
have a Dogman clone that Christy
Yep,
remembers, and
Anubis.
oh,
it
Yep.
well,
shifts
okay.
from my human side to my
Yeah, yeah,
Dogman
yeah.
side, and it is extremely painful and excruciating. But
Yeah,
at
and
the
I saw
very
that you
end, I
have an
go from
oversoul.
screaming and I go to howling.
Yeah, and then Anubis has like an oversoul in a stasis chamber. Remember? I seen that too. Yeah, an aspect of Anubis or something as a higher aspect of you.
I've always wanted to look into that Anubis connection
They're,
because a lot
they're,
of
they're,
people
they're,
see that.
they're powerful spirit guides. I mean,
Yeah.
duh, of course, but I mean, guides between incarnations. When there's heavy trauma, these guys are specialists. They can wash a certain type of density from the soul shard.
Yeah.
And so, allowed to operate freely, these guys are going to have a major role in healing humanity. You see, now we're stuck with people. Some of them are in bodies, and the body is just traumatized beyond the body's natural ability to heal. It's too far gone. So, what is needed is a new incarnation, a fresh body, without all that childhood trauma, adolescence trauma, and that kind of stuff, so they can heal. So, two, maybe three generations, less than 200 years, we're stepping into the new golden age. So now we're looking at each of us bringing the picture pieces of the puzzle together. It's just fitting really nicely, making sense. And the ones that are operating out of imbalance, there's compassion for them too.
Mhm.
See, a solution must be a solution for everyone. We're not discriminating. If the being that has caused the discretion is no more, the imbalance is gone, there's no more evil, so to speak, that's good enough. Live and let live, moving forward.
Yep.
To speak about the Mantids, with my perspective as well, I've had quite a bit of interactions with them as well, and the Mantids was one of the reasons why I'm such a good martial artist because I'm known to bring a Mantid to my training facilities when I train, and Christy remembers that as well.
Mhm.
And they act as my combat engineers and my senseis because they show me the real galactic art of war of how to win battle with minimal effort. And not a lot of
Yeah.
people bring their own trainers into these facilities, but I always have Mantids with me in some of
Mhm.
these facilities.
Wow,
So like
that is mind
Very
blowing.
good.
it's
That's
pretty
next
amazing.
level, dude. That's
Yep.
the
I've
art of
trained.
war kind of stuff. Oh my god, yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
I've
yeah.
trained with them too. They're good trainers because
There's
they
some
don't.
Something.
amazing
They're really
trainers and
good.
psionic as hell.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You can't hide anything from a Mantid, man, so don't
No.
try.
They're like
Well, you
Bruce
could.
Lee. I think
Yeah.
Bruce Lee was a mantid.
Mantid dragon hybrid. Yeah,
Mhm.
Interesting.
yeah.
Yeah.
Bruce Lee, awesome dude. The
Wow.
Yeah.
Mantids, although they don't, their concept of manners and etiquette is freaking awful. So
Mm.
you might be sitting on the toilet and
And
three
they
of them show
show up
up
out of
with
nowhere.
the
Oh.
ambassadorial garb. Hey, happy birthday with a big birthday. Hey, asshole, I'm sitting on the toilet. 30 seconds later, they don't get that. They say, okay, you're here, you're alone. That is good enough. So,
Yeah.
yeah, there's that thing about boundaries and personal space. Uh-uh.
Yeah. I
That's
have
the
a dog that's this big, when I'm sitting on the toilet and then he'll come in there and just like get it like face to face. I'm like, dude, can you just give me a minute? And then he's like, man.
apparently in galactic terms, that is ultimate friendship.
Hmm.
To catch you
It
when you're
truly
taking a
is.
poop.
In
Yeah.
that moment, they want to
Hmm.
sit right on at your feet at the place where you're
Yeah.
like, man, if I
Yeah.
was in your situation, man, I don't know if I would want to be at your feet, bro.
Yeah. Right. I can't
But that's
even
that's the
move.
human condition. Seeing it
Yeah.
like that's a weird thing.
Like, oh
Hmm.
no, I'm pooping. Don't look at
Hmm.
me. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Could you just give me some space a little bit?
Give me
Like I
three
can't
and a
even
half minutes, buddy.
minutes,
like I can't
literally.
even finish. Like really. I would never do that to you. You can say that.
Maybe it's payback, Christy.
I
Maybe
don't
you did
know.
do it to one of them when they were human, and now it's their payback. Ha! How'd you
Yeah,
like
maybe
that?
so. Maybe so. I'm like, what do you want? You want to go outside? Go ahead. Lead the way. I'll be there in a minute. You
Still, it's
know?
not happening any faster. I gotta do what I gotta do. But yeah,
They're
thanks for
like,
popping
okay,
by.
we'll phase out, but we'll be still standing right here, but you just can't see us. So do your thing, and when you're done, we're
Hmm.
just gonna rephase.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh my goodness, that's too funny.
Yeah.
Well, we get to laugh at it. I mean, somebody
Mhm.
who's not awakened will probably poop themselves. Good job they're on the toilet. Maybe that's why they come at that time. So you're
Yeah.
right ready to poop yourself.
Yeah. They're like, could you hurry up?
Oh my goodness, this escalated quickly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But that's
Oh
the truth
wow.
of what we have to go through as experiencers, man. Like you said, there is no privacy, man. The times you think you're the most alone, you're like, hey,
Well, you're in the
Yeah.
middle of an
up.
amphitheater. Suddenly, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I got 6 cats and 6 dogs, so I got a lot of animals.
That's a big soul
Protectors
family.
around, and then I go feed all the birds. I put all kinds of bird seed on the bench out there, and I say,
No,
in
no
exchange
pigeons.
protection.
No
I don't,
pigeons.
I
well,
can see, I can
I
see, I
don't
can see
have,
him throwing Alka-Seltzer towards the damn pigeons.
I don't have any kind of, it can be anything. I see skunks, I see possum, I see ravens, I see everything out there. So, and I said, in exchange, you got to protect the land. So I just say that. So,
And I'm also seeing that a lot of the animals that show up are quite literally aspects of yourself or other family showing themselves because I realize
mm,
the beings we're shown is a replication of the people who care for us. And it's like as above, so below.
yeah, for
Like
sure.
I am surrounded by birds constantly, man.
hmm
You know,
hmm
that they
Yeah,
are
I
my
see all of them.
winged brethren, like
hmm
my dragon aspect. So like
hmm Yep.
I'm trying to find the picture of a very peculiar familiar in a cat body, and this cat is the grumpiest ever effer that you have. I call it demon cat. I'm just
Oh.
trying to find the picture, and it comes for cheddar cheese and Reiki. It
Mm.
doesn't eat steak or chicken or fish or freaking cat food. It only eats cheddar. And so you have to gently throw the cheddar and run before it goes and scratches the hell out of you. Let me see if I
Oh.
can find Demon
I just
Cat. Where
call him
are you?
Chester Cheetah.
Yeah.
Chester
Maybe he
Cheetah,
wants a
yes.
different
It
name.
has to be a
Maybe he
fun
wants
name.
maybe he wants a different name
I
besides the demon
listen. I've
cat.
seen that whole thing with the jaguar and calling it spirit. No, this Emmer Effer is Demon Cat.
Well,
Let's see. And it's now I can't find the
oh,
picture.
Dr. Amir, you need to burn the contract with pigeons.
I'll do that tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
Poor dumb bastards.
Yep. Burn the contract, whatever you had with pigeons. Yep.
And did you know that pigeons up close, they are extremely beautiful because they
I
have a
Yeah, they
light
know.
are.
spectrum. They have a light
They
spectrum
are.
on their body you can't see unless you see the correct light. Like it's like an aurora borealis of
Yep.
prism.
Very
Freaking so
pretty.
beautiful, man. Like a lot of
Yeah.
birds, we can't see how beautiful they actually really are. Like crows and ravens, they're like electric looking. If you can see through, yeah, that's a grumpy cat right there.
Yeah.
This is one
The,
grumpy cat. And so it comes for
yeah.
Reiki, and
Yeah.
sometimes it doesn't want cheese. I just give it Reiki, and then it just looks at me and go.
Yeah. Yeah. I
That's
think,
awesome.
yeah, I know a lot of grumpy cats and stuff. So
My
I just
favorite.
kind of, yeah, I just kind of stay neutral with it. Yeah.
But
But,
the day where they finally let their guard down and they get close to you and they trust you, that's what it's all about, especially like wild
yeah,
feral cats.
trust me. Yep.
I've been raising feral cats at my tattoo shop for the last 6 years. And only the last couple of years have they finally came up to me. And that's literally feeding them 4 days a week with my tattoo
Oh,
schedule.
Yeah,
And like, but
wow.
once it happens and once they trust you, man,
that's
it's
beautiful.
so rewarding on a soul level,
Yeah.
man.
Yep.
No,
Yep.
I wanna take it to the vet and get it all washed up and taken care of. It doesn't let me yet.
Oh,
And
yeah,
poor thing,
no.
it's been through
Nah.
trauma.
Yeah, I
Humans
wouldn't
have
bother with
hurt
that.
it.
Yeah.
A little love
Yeah,
goes a
Yeah.
long way for something that's been traumatized its whole life, man.
yeah.
hmm
Because it truly
It,
doesn't
Yeah.
it,
know what true love really is, you know?
yeah, that's so true. I think that is spot on. It doesn't know.
Yeah.
It's only
Yeah.
been hurt. So
Yeah.
a
You
little
just,
love goes a long way.
I can send it Reiki too to
Please
help
do.
it.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. This
Yeah.
goddamn cat has more followers than I do. Did you know that?
Aw.
Animals tend to do that.
Yeah, like hey, what the hell? I'm the one
You know
feeding
how
it
many Facebook and
cheddar.
Instagram pages I follow of animals? It is crazy. Just to see their life every day and hear them say something like swans and just random animals, man. That's what saves my soul. I was up
Yep.
till
Yep.
5 o'clock in the morning. Last night I was having a pretty tough day and I had to spend 4 hours literally watching happy videos with animals and humans being kind to other humans. And
Yeah.
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 that's what we need to do. Anytime you're feeling just down, dude, just look what really truly exists in life. Because I was one of those guys where I freaking hated this planet. It's just so dark and so evil. And then one day I woke up that I was only projecting what I felt on the inside, and I started seeing
Yeah.
what is beautiful everywhere. So
Right.
you have to
That's
see
good.
all the beauty in life, man, and
That's
Yeah.
true.
not
Yeah.
focus on what's happening to you, because you have to realize I can't change what's happening to me, but I can
Yeah.
choose to not to react to it.
Yeah.
And,
Exactly.
and
That's powerful.
animals and kindness has saved me, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
That's
Definitely.
so
Love it.
beautiful.
Yeah.
There's
Well, so are
certain.
y'all ready to end
Uh,
the thing? I got a
yeah. 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 You
appointment at
got.
the 6
Yeah.
o'clock
Okay.
a
So
reading.
so Christy, where can people find you?
I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry about
No,
that.
no, it's cool. No,
Yeah.
no, no.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
having you back. So there's many, many,
Yeah.
many more conversations to be
Yeah.
continued.
Definitely. Yeah. So I'm on Facebook. I'm on YouTube under Christy Campbell CC33, and they can book a session with me at ChristyCampbellCC33.com. That's my website, and my books are on Amazon. Yep. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Thank you
Christy,
both for having
thank
me
you.
so much. It was
Yeah, we
so
freaking
fun.
love you, Nady.
It was
You're
fun.
awesome. Yeah,
Hmm.
we got some good laughs, and so
Yeah.
this
It's
is
great.
good energy, and I'm getting
Yeah.
goosebumps all over.
Uh,
And
yeah. Yeah. You
Shara
really
there,
uplifted
he's
my
going,
spirits.
and Leah giving me a little wink. This is good. Just practice his name. So go merci beaucoup, and then go Shara. Yes, so then, yeah, don't butcher his name. He hates that. I think that's some trauma
uh,
you got to heal in him, with the
uh,
name and stuff.
yeah.
Well, we are very grateful for our beautiful audience. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. We'll do our best to bring awesome guests on. Christy, you're invited. Yes, please, and thank you. You
Thank you.
have to come back.
Yep.
And
Anytime.
forwards and upwards, everybody keep being awesome. Be brave, be kind, and enjoy life.
And I also just wanted to close. I have a couple conferences coming up this month and next month. One's called the Metaphysics and Super Soldier Conference from July 21st to the 24th. $50 per day or 150 for the full conference, and that is in Hawaii. You can find that link at the number 5dimensional.com. And I'll also be speaking in Michigan, August 31st through the 2nd at the Disclosure and Mackinaw Conference in Michigan. It's right on the the Great
Drink.
Lakes beachfront.
Oh.
And you can
Oh.
find that at mortalsoferth.com, and it's put on by Frank Rogala.
Mm.
Beautiful,
Wow.
beautiful.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
everybody take full advantage. There's good stuff when you're in person, close to wonderful people like Drago and Christy. Stuff happens. Yeah, good
Hmm.
stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's something about proximity.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
All right,
so
guys.
Christy,
Christy, it was a pleasure.
Be so
bless
much
you,
fun.
bless you, bless you.
Thank you.
Keep being
Bless you
awesome.
guys.
Until
Bye,
the next
guys.
time. Thank you. Bye
Love
for
you
now.
both.
Bye. 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 Love
Until
you
next
too. Bye.
time.
Okay, and let's stop recording. There we go. Ah, this was so good.